Yo, what's up guys? I know once in a while I'm actually like uploading somewhat regular, even though my last video was 2 weeks ago. But basically, this video, as you can see by the title, it's got COD zombies in it, map ranking simple. There's been more maps added to the game, and the last video I did about map ranking, like I look like I'm up in the thumbnail, and I just didn't really like the video quality. Like I just wasn't happy with it, so get a new one, including the new map, the Toten or whatever it is. Map number 1 though, not Toten. It's a solid map. Like there's no criticism about it, besides like maybe the spawning on the early rounds. It's so slow. It's quite a blank map. Like there's the mystery box, but no perks, nothing really like that. Replayability, I don't know. I could play it like once or twice, but then I would just get bored of it. Like there's nothing to do really. And this is my opinion. Leave your opinions in the comments down below. Like there's nothing really to say about it. It's just a standard map. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's definitely just like it's on the very level of not being bad. Like it's basically not bad. The word "not bad" describes it perfectly. The colours of it is kind of like disgusting now. I wish I would have, did a bit better. But what it was like years ago when it came out. It was on the 360, like and it was the first out of all of them. So I would say I would put it out like a not bad. Anyway, moving on to Verrucht. Colours, not that well. Map layout, it's just, I know that Noct didn't really have that good of a map layout, but there is some training spots. Even before training was invented, there is places where you can train in it. Verrucht, there's like no place you can train in it. They've got the introduction of the power and perks and stuff like that. That is good. Replayability is definitely more up there than Noct. It's quite a hard map, so it does give you a challenge compared to Noct. But the perks do help that, so I feel like Noct and Verrucht are on like the same sort of level when it comes to difficulty for me personally, because Noct, it's hard since you don't have perks and that, but it's more of an easier map layout, rather than with Verrucht, it's a harder map layout, but you got perks to help that. But Verrucht, I would rate it higher than Noct just because of the replayability. There's more stuff to do. The Easter egg song, I like it more than Not the Totens. I don't know if the World at War version had an Easter egg song, but I believe if you shot all the barrels in Not the Toten, you get the song. Then Verrucht, you flush the toilet 3 times. But I feel like with the amount of content what Verrucht comes with compared to Noct, it's definitely a better map, so I'm gonna put it a tier above Noct. Moving on to Shinonuma. Shinonuma is one of my favourite World at War maps. It might even be my favourite World at War map. For me, it's replayable, so it's just like you can get to high rounds so easy. There's dogs. That's like a new thing. More content with the traps, more content. I know Verrucht came with the electric traps, but you just can't be the flogger. I think it's called the flogger, the one that like spins like mad with like spikes and shit. More content. The map layout is perfect. You've got multiple training spots, and each training spot is harder, I would say. But I would say it's on the same tier as Verrucht. Even though it's one of I said nah. I'm gonna have to put it a tier above, because it's just personally one of my favorites. The Reese, it is probably the most basic zombie map when it comes to how the zombie maps are played out nowadays. The sort of trend of you get pack-a-punch, you get perks, and you got to turn on the power and all that. That's before like the whole power trend came in. So the Reese is basically like you know how in like music or in like stories, there's like a beginning, middle, and end, and you get that in any story, anything. That's the Reese. The Reese is the beginning, middle, and end. You get that in every map. You know, you get the power, you get perks. You got to turn on the power to get the pack punch. You still see it nowadays, and I think just for like the trend, what it's set, I've got to put it on the same level as Shinonuma. I don't like it as much. I do like the giant better just because it's more aesthetically pleasing, because I know the colours in World at War are just disgusting. But you got like the map layout is just so iconic, and I think that needs to be at the same level as Shinonuma. Like, just for me, I haven't had that much fun playing it, and I feel like there isn't much stuff you can do on it. Yeah, you get the power, you get Jug and all that, but then what do you do after that? Since I don't like it that much, I'm putting it at the same level as Shinonuma. It would have gone lower, but just how iconic it is, I'm putting it at the same level as Shino. Kino the Toten. I love it, but I hate it. So I love it because I know it's just a map where you don't want to try too hard. You don't it's just like a casual map. You play it, you're cruising. It's like you're on a car ride and you're not going anywhere. You're not gonna be late for anything. You're just riding. You know, just nice. You got your perks, you got your power. Turn on the power to get pack punch. Simple like that. Then you teleportation, which is a new content for the games. I'm gonna put Kino the Toten at the same place as the Reese because I don't know, I just feel like the replayability is there. It's quite casual map, so anyone can really get the hang of it. It's in Black Ops 1, so you got very nice Black Ops 1 guns, even though the ammo isn't that great in Black Ops 1. But you do have nice Black Ops 1 guns. It is a nice engine to run on. It's just a nice map. It isn't so like nothing stands out. Kino, just because like the playability with how casual it is. Like anyone can play it, you know what I mean? You can find anyone that would be down to play it with you, to be honest. So yeah, I just think it suits that tier. I know it's nice, but it doesn't stand out. Anyway, 5. I hate 5. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know it has grown on me. I used to despise it. And no hate is quite a strong word, so I'm gonna say that I would say I dislike 5 just because of how small it is. Pentagon is just on your ass, and don't like it. Pentagon Thief, what I'm referring to, it's just a tedious map. Like, there's not even that much stuff to do in there. It's just getting set up, just like setting up. That's it. Just like pack punch, weapons, and perks. That's just tedious. And if that's tedious, I don't want to play the rest of the map. You know what I mean? I just can't be arsed with 5. I'm gonna put it. Nacked. I'm not gonna put it in the same tier as Nacked because Nacked I actually like. I don't mind playing. It's just it gets boring. Alright, but 5, I would go out of my way to not play it. So I'm gonna put it a tier below Nacked. Okay. Ascension. I know everyone loves Ascension. I'll say everyone. Most people love Ascension. I don't hate it. I see the appeal for it. I just think it's quite open. It's quite easy. Easier than Shinonuma, I would even argue. It's just the rounds don't go as quick. Setting up is quite easy, but I do like the challenge of the monkeys, and just for that, I'm gonna put it at the same tier to Kino, Devis, and Kino. I'm gonna put it at the same tier as that. Call of the Dead. Now, highlights. I doubt you will ever watch this. But Call of the Dead. Now, oh my god, the way it's done. I used to hate it, but it's grown on me so much. The way it's done, like, you know, you got all. It's not like town. It's not like transit where the magma or the water or the fog, which is still the fog and the thing. It's not like it's overwhelming. It's not like it's overwhelming. It's kind of like, I know it's done so nicely. Like, you know, you get George. You know, George keeps you on your toes all the time. Alright, he's always constantly lurking. Yeah, and if you want to kill him, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to do. You've got So you got all the black ops 1 guns, that's really nice. You got the pack punch that keeps teleporting, you know, you got to keep going around the map, you know, always something to do, always something to do. You got the main Easter egg, which it is quite easy, but like, I know it's just like a nice Easter egg. It's not too hard, not too difficult, and you get a self of relief after you've done it. You know, you get the Wonder Warp power up, and you get all the perks. You know, it's got some of the best perks I think that's in any map. Like, how would I put it? Like, stamina up. You know, just the original perks with Mule Kick and PhD and stuff. Solid pair of perks. You know what I mean? Solid pair. The only thing I dislike about it is the box locations and where Juggernog is located. I think that's quite a bit of a hard challenge to go for Juggernog. I get that Juggernog is a main perk, it doesn't mean that's a really good perk. It's a necessary perk. I wouldn't say it's an overpowered perk. I would say if it was an overpowered perk, like something like Widow's Wine, or I don't know, like some of the Black Ops 4 perks, which I can't remember for the life of me, then I feel like you should put it all the way back there. But just for Juggernog, I feel like it's a necessary perk and you shouldn't put it all the way at the other end of the map. And especially when sometimes, you know, the box spawns one way and Juggernog spawns the other, and you're like, oh, to get a good weapon I gotta buy all the doors to the box, but to actually be able to survive with that weapon I gotta go all the way to Jug. But if I go all the way to Jug, I won't be able to, you know, get a good weapon to protect myself when I do have Jug, you know what I mean? Call of the Dead, I'm putting a tier above, you know, for, I won't put it the best of all time, I'm sorry Lex, but it is quite a nice map. Shangri-La, it's challenging, you know, it's growing with people, it's growing with the zombie community. I just feel like there's an unnecessary amount of content, so it would have been completely okay if they just took out the Screamer. It would have been completely okay if they took out the Spike Claymore, even though I love it. It would be completely okay if they took out them water jumps and the water slide thing and all that, and it would still be a good map. I wouldn't say it's as good as Call of the Dead, but it is a challenging map. It's a learning curve, but it is quite an enjoyable map, and the Easter egg is quite enjoyable as well. Moon. No. You feel like Moon? Are you good? Do you need help? Like, what's good about Moon? Let me think. Let me actually think. What's good about Moon? You got a cool wonder weapon. I guess zero gravity. I can't think of anything. It's trash. It's trash. Bottom tier. Bottom tier is trash. And Easter egg, give you that, but most casual players aren't going to go for the Easter egg, so trash. It's trash, okay? Don't even argue with me. It's trash. Transit is so good, to be honest. Like, I love playing it. Like, okay, moving on. Nuketown Zombies. I feel like Nuketown Zombies, it gets so much unnecessary hate. I feel like the whole concept of the perk shopping now, we ain't seen it ever before. You know, you actually got to survive to get more stuff, and that it's not like just building up points, but it's more, I don't know, it's just, I think it's a really solid map, and it gets so much unnecessary hate. There's nothing wrong about it. Like, you think about it, apart from the small map size, which is different, like it's something like Nakdo Totem, which you've seen ages ago, it's a solid map, and there's nothing wrong about it. If you think there's nothing wrong about it, if you're like, oh, but you gotta wait for the permits, yeah, every map comes with the challenges. So why are you whining about Nuketown, bro? Stop following people, stop getting on the Nuketown hate bandwagon, whatever it's called. Don't care. Alright, don't care. Okay, so if you hate Nuketown, you're irrelevant, shut up. And I would say Nuketown is on it's on, not gonna lie, it's on the same mode as Call of the Dead. Some people might despise my decisions with that. But how could God? Very different tastes, but both done quite well. You know, you could have a very nice vegetable meal, and you can have a very nice meat-based meal. Vegetarians aren't gonna like the meat-based. Carnivores, I don't know if there's any humans that only eat meat, aren't gonna like, well, Southerners aren't gonna like the vegetarian meal. But someone who likes both, you know, can appreciate that they're nice. They're quite nice. I don't like vegetables though, to be honest. Dye-wise. Now, dye-wise, I feel like it gets a lot of unnecessary hate, but I do see where people are coming from. The verticality, yeah, it's a big problem. There's no fall damage. If I had PhD in it, I would honestly consider it being on the same sort of tier as Call of the Dead and that. But just the fact that it's such a big skill, like, I don't know, it's just such a big, like, learning curve to, like, actually get good at the map. I don't know, like, it's just unnecessary. The Easter egg's too easy. The box, it can be so annoying because you hit the box too many times, you get teddy bear, and you got to go all the way across the other side of the map, and it can be confusing at times if you haven't played the map previously. So for that, it isn't the worst map. I would say it's actually better than Moon, and it's actually better than Transit. But I want to put it on the same level as Knocked. I feel like it could have been so much more better if only they had PhD in the map. If they had PhD, or there was just more mattresses around where you can just, because the mattresses, they don't always work. It's been how many years? Like 10, nearly 10 years. It's probably been like 9 or 8 years since Die Rise came out, and the mattresses still don't work. Check, what are you doing? Anyway, Mob of the Dead. Everyone knows Mob of the Dead is done perfectly. The soundtrack, the characters, the map layout, the bosses, the weapons in the game itself, the atmosphere, the aesthetic that kind of goes underneath the sounds as well. Just the overall setting. It's in a prison that's like demonic, and there's bodies hanging everywhere, and it's quite nice. You can play Grief on it. It's just, you know, the gondola. It's you go to a whole nother side of the map. All the parts of the plane, flight boat. It's just done perfectly. I can't put it anywhere else but top tier. It's a top tier map. I literally can't put it anywhere else but top tier. There's nothing wrong with it. If you even come up with this little like situation where like, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, the Easter egg might be too easy. Yeah. But who doesn't like an Easter egg every now and then? That's like really easy. I know I said Die Rise's Easter egg's too easy, but that's because it actually is too easy. It's like it can be done in like a minute. Buried. Okay, we're Buried. It's a good map, but falls onto a big problem. The bank. They shouldn't have added the bank. If they would have just gotten rid of the bank, it would have been top tier as well. It would have been top tier as well, yeah. But the bank, you just get millions and millions of points. You spend all your millions of points opening doors and stuff, and it just makes the map useless. Useless. What? Besides the scenery, it ain't hard if you can just get your park points gone out of the fridge. You can just get Leroy to build everything for you. You can just, I don't know, hit the box a couple of times, because you know you got Leroy with the candy, so you can just keep hitting the box in the same place, and you get the ray gun. There's really good camping spots in it. There's really good training spots in it. Well, I say really good. They're subpar. You just like you get really good wonder weapons in it. Everything's just too really good. It's like, I mean, I should, instead of saying really good, I should say too powerful. Wonder weapons too powerful. Points too powerful. What's the one I mean? Too powerful. Too easy to access. Doors. They should have made the doors more expensive if the bank's in the game, to be honest. Leroy, you can do so much for you. It's too much of an easy map. I'm gonna have to put it on the tier, on probably on the same tier as, tier as Kino. Origins. Oh my god, what is there not to love about Origins? Like, look at me. If you hit any part of Origins, you're actually delusional. Yeah, you got the wonder weapons. Build them, so great. The box is kind of useless, not gonna lie, but you can get, if you don't like using staffs, or if you don't know how to make the staffs, you can survive without the staffs. Not gonna lie, you can do it. You don't even need the staffs in the game. Easter egg, great. Everything's just so good with it. Like, what? Like, there's nothing not good with it. So it's just gotta be top tier. If it's got no flaws, it can't be anywhere but top tier. You can't deny that. The Giant, now, the Giant, it is a remake of the Beast, but it does come with a few more bits of content. I personally like the Giant better because of the aesthetic. It's just a lot more pleasing, but yes, just the aesthetic alone can't make a map go up a tier. You can make it more enjoyable to play, but not that enjoyable where you're like, oh, this is a whole new tier we're playing again. No, it's the same map, so it's gonna go on the same tier as the Beast. Okay, Shadows of Evil. Chef's kiss, brother. Chef's kiss, okay? I don't care what you say. Everything with Shadows of Evil is perfect and balanced, like everything should be. One weapon, nice. I would have liked an upgrade. Shadows of Evil, it's just a perfect map. You can't deny. I know it's quite a broad statement, but no flaws. It's just good. No flaws of it though. So I'm putting that top tier. So, look, the highest in Jack, bro. They got Origins top tier. The Giant, you had to get you had to get the season pass to be able to play at the beginning, so it kind of just skipped over that and went to Shadows of Evil and the Hyzen Jack. Map after map after map, godly, bro. The Hyzen Jack, no flaws. I mean, some of the bows can be dog shit. The Panzer can be quite annoying if you're not prepared enough. But if you're I don't know, average or above average player, you'll probably really love the Hyzen Jacker, and that's why I'm gonna put it at top tier. So it's bonus humor. Now when it got released, there was so many glitches. It was basically unplayable. But after a few months of it being released, all the glitches died down, and it is a solid map. But it is a difficult map. Like, you've got so many parts to build, and I am one of loving to build a bunch of parts. But when you also put that in with the amount of thrashers that spawn, I don't like spiders either, and just how difficult the zombies become in this map, and the map layout, how difficult it can be sometimes. Like you'll be trying to train or some shit or run away from zombie, and there's like a whole horde of zombies behind you, and your character's like slicing through the shit because some spiders spunked on the door. Like, hello, like it's just. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the same level as Call of the Dead. It is an enjoyable map if you love a challenge, alright. And if you love collecting stuff like I do, it's a nice map. There's like a shit ton of stuff to build. Not all of it's necessary, but you're never gonna run out of stuff to do. You're probably gonna die before you finish all of it, and if you do finish all of it, you're basically powerful enough to just keep going through the rounds. Like, it's one of the maps that if you complete everything in it, you deserve what you've done. And I do love the jump scare in it. I wish there was more jump scares like that. Go ahead, Curvy. Now, I don't like the map as much as other people, but it basically has no flaws. But the whole gameplay, Dragon, PPSH is back, baby. Like, the PPSH is my favourite gun, so I like God Kobe just for that bit. But they also did add the PPSH in all the Chronicles maps, no enough, in all like the original Chronicles maps, like World at War and stuff. But it's got the Reagan map 3, it's got all that stuff in it. It's just, I don't like it as much as others, but it has no flaws and I can't deny that, so I'm gonna have to put it top tier. Revelations. One word to describe Revelations is disappointing. You know, you got only like some maps which are like fan favorites. You know, you got quite a lot of maps that people like, but I don't know. Like, it was very anticlimactic, and you know, you got it's like, I don't know. It's like you read a comic and Spider-Man and Batman and Powerpuff Girls and Terminator, all these people in it. It's like when you watch Player One. So much cool video game stuff in it, but it's just lacking in anything else but that. And that's why I think Revelations is going to go out the same as probably not go tone. And that's just my personal opinion, to be honest. Okay, Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 is quite a conversation starter, not gonna lie. You got 9. Decent map, to be honest. I had no clue what was going on in it at all. But I love the boss zombies. I love how difficult they are. It's quite balanced. The one with the weapons kind of arse, not gonna lie. But you can upgrade your guns like mad. So yeah, and you got custom mutations. So James Hall or James Hadley is gonna be very appreciative on it. So it's just a solid map. You know, there's some flaws in it, but nothing stands out where. I know I said if it's got no flaws, it's top tier. But the other maps do the above and beyond. Where 9, it's just like I'm there. Don't forget me, I'm there. But it is quite a good map. I'm gonna put it on the same tier as Call of the Dead. Voyage of Despair. Now, who thought? I know the Titanic is quite a historically prevalent ship. I know it would be, you know, on paper it would be a nice map to play on. You know, everyone knows it. You know, you kind of see, you know, icebergs and stuff. It would be quite exciting. But who would have thought? Who thought this was a good idea? That a boat, it's basically like a hotel, with so many amount of, like, especially Titanic, with so many amount of rooms, so many amount of corridors and narrow spaces, would be good for a zombie map. And they all look the same. Like, wherever you go, you're gonna see white walls and brown doors. And you get lost so easily, you don't know where you're going. I played the map more than 50 times and I still don't know where I'm going. And like, and it's just shit. It's just shit. That's it. It's just shit. So I'm gonna put it at the same tier as Moon and Transit, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Blood of the Dead. Now this got a it's got way too much criticism than it deserved. Yes, it's not as good as Mob of the Dead, but it doesn't. You can't deny that it is the Easter egg. If it weren't for the Easter egg, it probably would have been top tier as well. But you can't deny if it weren't for Mob of the Dead, then Blood of course it's not as good as Mob of the Dead, but it's still quite a solid map. So I'm putting it at the same tier as Call of the Dead. Classified, it's better than 5. And that's it. So I'm not gonna put it a whole tier above 5. Dead of the Night. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. I love it. Like, people who the only flaw what people seem to pick out on this map is that it's chaos, which if you're just saying a certain storyline is flawed just because what it is it's not that good of a compelling argument. You know, it's like saying, oh, that t-shirts, they don't look good because it's black, and that's more opinionated. Like, so I do like the chaos storyline, even though, where did it go? You know, where's the chaos storyline? But Dead of the Night, you know, another flaw what people seem to think, another thing in the map what people seem to think is a flaw is how much stuff is in it. Why do people not like to just non-stop do stuff? Like, if you're going high rounds in the map, I want to do everything in the map. Or if I want to complete the map, I want it to be a long journey. I don't want it to be like, I don't know, Devis, where get perks, get power, get 5 points, and boom, I'm basically set. Dead of Night, I want to keep getting stuff and keep doing stuff so I'm not bored. So that's why Dead of Night is top tier. I know that some people are going to disagree with me on that, but there's nothing like the Lanterns that people are non-stop going on about that. It's easy once you get to know it. Like, I don't know, I really like the aesthetic as well. Like, what other zombie map is so different? Like, what other zombie map has werewolves, vampires, all of that stuff, and it's set in like I won't really want to say a haunted mansion, but basically if it's got vampires, zombies, and werewolves running around it, like I just think it's sick. So I'm putting out top tier. Ancient Evil, never got to play it that much, but what I have played, I absolutely love the aesthetic of it, and it is a solid map from what I've heard and what I've watched. So I am gonna put it on Call of the Dead, but I haven't got I wasn't able to play it that much, just because I was non-stop playing Dead of Night, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it on the same tier as Call of the Dead, because I feel like the majority of people would. I feel like the people who have watched have made me feel like it fits there. You know, I've watched gameplays of it, and I feel like that's where it belongs. Alpha Omega, people give it a lot of hate, and it basically is what Revelations is. It's a lot of the old maps, but nothing else besides that. So I'm gonna have to put it on the same page as Revelations, because it's basically quite similar to it. Tag the Totem, not gonna lie, it's a banging map. It's a banging map, you know. It's as good as Call of the Dead, and it's got more on it. So with Tag the Totem, I don't know if I should put it top tier or not. It is such a good map, but I don't like it as much as I do the others. You know what? I'm gonna put it top tier, just because Easter egg's fun to do. I like the whole. It's basically Mob of the Dead, but it's better. And Mob of the Dead didn't have that many flaws to begin with, so it's got to be top tier. I think it only just gets up the top tier. If it wasn't for how big the map is, so if it would have kept with the same size as Call of the Dead, I would have said it would have been the same as Call of the Dead. So Cold War maps. I feel like it isn't really the map's fault, but I feel like with Cold War it's taken them so long to produce regular maps, kind of like how it is for me to produce videos. Anyway, what was the Machina? Solid map, great Easter egg, and when I mean great Easter egg, I mean the steps were great. The cutscene was kind of it wasn't that good. Great Easter egg with the steps. Wooden weapons, alright, that was good at the beginning, but they did get nerfed this year. The map layout was very nice. I would just put it on the same level as Call of the Dead. Like it's quite, like, there's no flaws with it really, but I don't think anything stands out from it. Firebase Z, it's like the same. It isn't like I've played it quite a bit, and I'm gonna put it on the same bit as Ascension, the same tier as Ascension, because for me they're basically the same maps. And then we come to Muir de Toten, or whatever the map's called. I've been loving the map, to be honest. I don't know if I played it enough to give it a ranking, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, I feel like the wonder weapon is quite lackluster. Yeah, it's basically the ray gun. I've been multiple. Like you do get quite a lot of versions with the wonder weapon, but like, what else is there? You know, the wonder weapon is just only what we've seen before. You know, you got grenade launcher. You know, the crossbow is a cool addition of a wonder weapon like a crossbow, but it don't do that much damage. The laser beam rips straight from the Machina, and just the pistol is just the exact same as the ray gun, really. But I do like how in order to open pack punch, you've got to like kill, instead of just picking up a part, placing that pack punch, or buying certain doors, or doing something with the power, you got to kill something. I do like that, because, you know, it says, oh, you got to at least have somewhat of a good weapon to be able to upgrade your weapon, or just be somewhat skilled with a shoot weapon to be able to upgrade it. I like the placement of the perks. I like the placement of the Wonder Fizz, though I think the Wonder Fizz is in the best place, to be honest, because you can get it in the middle of like at the end of the round, and it's perfect. You get all your perks, you jump off if you've got stamina up, no fall damage, and it's just clean, to be honest. Not many flaws with it. I don't think I played it enough to rank it, but right now, as I've just recently played it, I would say it's top tier. But in the future, the hype might die down on me, and I might place it lower. But hope you like the tier base, sort of the sort of tier list. Put your opinions in the comments down below. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want. I don't blame you if you don't want it, because this channel's kind of just shit posting. I just post whatever I want on here. I'm posting music soon. I'm not gonna say a date, because it could be in a year, in a week, in a month, in 10 years, who knows. But I am working on music, because music is a hobby of mine, what I've loved doing for ages, and I actually want to get more into it. If you want to play me on Xbox, I'm going to leave my gamer tag in the description, and if this video blows up like mad, or I get actual like a decent amount of subscribers, I'm probably going to delete it because I don't want to get spammed. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Sorry, I blab on way too much and I just waffle like mad, but yeah, peace.